PRL Motorsports Flex Fuel Kit for my 2018 Civic Type R. I just want to say big thanks to PRL Motorsports. So quick backstory on the Flex Fuel Kit. One of the reasons why I went with the Flex Fuel Kit is one, my current STI is on E85 all the time. It pretty much never runs pump gas, and I absolutely love it. And I just wanted the same experience for the Type R that I do with the STI. Not only the extra power bump, but also the cooling properties of E85 really helps, and something that the Type R really needs. But also, big thanks to Torque Toolbox for providing an awesome install video on how to install the Flex Fuel Kit on the Type R. So I'll be using his video as a guide to install everything, and if I have any troubles, I'll let you guys know. And also, I'm gonna break this down. There's something that I think that you guys need to know about going Flex Fuel on your Type R, so stay tuned for that. So let's go ahead, get to work, get dirty. It's about 9:30 at night, and I got work in the morning, so let's make this quick. One, two, three, four, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 20 amp. All right, let's pull this. It's off. Okay, we'll leave that there for now. Okay, so I don't know if you guys saw that, but as soon as I pulled the fuse, car shut off, whole bunch of lights went off on the dash. Now, one thing I did off camera, I did take off the strut bar in order to get access to the fuel system right there. I really like this strut bar. It is really clean, matches the valve cover very nicely. So first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna disconnect the negative battery cable. How does this come off? Oh, there you go. That's how it does. I just push down. Let me try that again. So, push down on this little tab right here. If you guys can see, you push down on this tab and it releases it from that top. Pretty cool, huh? There you go. Then there's 3 more, or there's 2 more, I think, is what he said, down there. So let's show you exactly where it's at. I think you have one right here that needs to come out, and one right here. Let's take those out. Yeah, I got a little gas coming out. It's okay. Wear gloves, by the way. I forgot to put gloves on. I'm an idiot. Okay, so now we have to disconnect the other side of that fuel line that we just took off. This little thingamabobber here. Spilled a little fuel. Great. That's okay, it's not gonna hurt anything. So a little fuel will come out. Let's take this off, and don't forget your little green clip. Oh, great. Oh man, the smell of gas is really strong right now. So we're back on the workbench. We're gonna put the PRL Motorsports Flex Fuel unit back onto these brackets that we took off earlier. So far, the install has been super easy. This is not a hard install at all. Okay, so I think we're gonna take these little bracket thingamabobbers. We're gonna stick it onto here. How do these come out? Okay, just pops right out. Awesome. Okay, I don't think we're gonna be needing that. Oops. There you go. That's the correct way. All right, got those 2 10s we took off, and I got the unit ready to go, and we're just gonna stick that back in the spot. I think, yeah, should go right there. Okay, so we're gonna take one of those blue clips, put it onto, I think it's this way, is it? There you go. I'm gonna take that fuel line that we just took off. I'm gonna stick it right here. There you go, nice click. Boom, there you go, fuel line is installed. So now I think this, the long one, will go back to what I believe is the high pressure fuel pump side. Okay, so I don't know exactly how they want you to route the fuel line, but I just routed it under all of these other lines. It seems to just go in naturally into the high pressure fuel pump. Okay, there's that. Now that's connected. We can go ahead and clip these into the little holders. There we go. So there's that. And this side, you clip that in. We're golden. There you go. Nice and sturdy. Okay, next up we have the electrical connectors. And we're just gonna route this in a way to make it nice and clean. So this is gonna go on the other side. Route that there. Plug in the sensor. I think that's the right way. There we go. Okay. There's that. So I have the actual wires right here. So I'm gonna zip tie everything to these wires right here, try to make it look as OEM as possible. And then we're gonna connect it to the secondary O2 sensor. Just match up the plugs. It's really not hard. That's how we have it so far. There's that. Just wanna make sure, we're gonna zip tie this so it doesn't get caught up in those fans. I'd hate for this to get caught. But there's that. Let's route this under everything else. Make it look nice and neat. Okay, now which plug does this go into? I think it's way down in there somewhere. Typical rainy day here in the Seattle area. Now we won't be able to try this out today, but we'll probably try it out in the next day or the day after that whenever it gets dry. But we're in the car right now setting up the map for the PRL Flex Fuel Kit. Now if you're wondering how to set up your map, there are specific things that you're going to have to do. I'll put a link down to PRL Motorsports official instructions, also Torque Toolbox's video down in the description below. But I don't know if I told you guys, but yes, I did get the Hondata. I chose Hondata over K-Tuner mainly because of your guys' recommendations, but what I didn't know is that you had to pay an extra $250 to get the ECU jailbroken or whatever it's called. So that thing is not cheap. But anyways, I'm happy I did it. So let me go ahead and figure this out, and then we'll take the car on the road. So check this out, guys. I finally acquired a big jug of Thunderbolt E98. So big thanks to Brian over there at the Mod Garage for hooking it up with that. So this is all the way filled up. I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 jugs of E98 right there, so that should last me about a month or two or so. So with that said, I added 2 gallons of E98 into the Type R. That raised up the ethanol content level to about E30 or so. So we're gonna take it on its first drive and give you my first impressions on an E30 mix on the Civic Type R. Put that in R mode. Unfortunately, we got a car in front of us. You can really feel the steering wheel stiffen up when you put it in R mode. I don't know. I just think the steering wheel just feels a little too artificially heavy in R mode, to be perfectly honest with you. Oh man, it's having trouble accelerating there. Roads are damp. All right, not gonna lie, this might have been the dumbest idea ever, but you know what we got here? We're on a gravel road, a lot of potholes there. I was taking it slow, but I mean, if you look at these views, I mean, check this out, man. This is absolutely worth it. Look it, camera doesn't do it any justice at all whatsoever. Snow-capped mountains, you got the big lake in the background. Amazing drive up here too. Absolutely amazing. Lovely view out there, just out here on a Sunday morning with nothing else better to do, testing out the recently installed PRL Flex Fuel Kit. Little bit of wheel spin. Yeah. So I tested it off camera, and to be perfectly honest with you, when it comes to the PRL Flex Fuel Kit, as far as power gains, now keep in mind I am at E30. I put a couple gallons of E98. I don't know if you guys saw, if I showed my big 55-gallon drum of E98, but that came out to about E32, a 32% ethanol content. Now, keep in mind, now I'll be honest with you, I am a little bit spoiled when it comes to ethanol because I run pretty much E85 all the time on the STI, and that stays usually around above E70, depending on the ethanol content of where I get my fuel from. So an E30 ethanol content to me is pretty low. But with that said, I do feel a torque jump or a torque bump around, you know, the mid-range, around 4,000 RPMs. I don't know if I can say there's a big difference in power in the upper RPM range, to be perfectly honest with you. But 100%, there is a torque jump. Yes, I can feel more torque in the mid-range, and that is good. Now, is the PRL Flex Fuel Kit worth it? If you plan on getting a bigger fuel system so you can run a bigger ethanol content, then yes, the OEM fuel system just can't flow enough fuel for the demands of E85, which usually demands an extra 30% more fuel in order to run more power. So with that said, you know, the PRL Flex Fuel is great. No issues whatsoever. A well-designed kit. Super duper easy to install. You know, it retails around $500. So if you plan on going with the bigger fuel system, yes, 100%. And if you have access to ethanol in your area, I highly recommend this kit. But right now, from what I've been reading, you know, E30 is pretty much the max I can run before I start overrunning the fuel system. It's a little weird. I don't know if this is working right, but it says my injector duty cycle is only maxed out at about 45%. I don't know. Everyone's saying, you know, you will max out your duty cycle, you know, if you go above E30, but I don't know. I guess I need a little more experience on ethanol with a Type R, but we will see around that. So with that said, on that bombshell, I'm going to enjoy my drive on this Sunday morning next to the coast. Absolutely wonderful views. But anyways, that is it. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you guys supporting the channel. That is it. Talk to you guys later. Peace out, guys.